What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you that screen passes actually work in Madden 21 if you throw them correctly. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault Update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. And this week, I will be installing my gun doubles formations out of my spread offensive game plan, the comprehensive spread offensive game plan that I started off with 2 hours out of the 2x2 spread, added 3 hours of gun spread ace content. That has been an awesome offense, one of the best in the game, easily the most underrated offense in the game. And now I'll be following up with the best out of the gun doubles formations 9 through 13 in the spread offensive playbook. You guys will definitely want to check that out later this week in addition to the Vault Update. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. Once again, guys, $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm actually pretty excited to show this video to you guys. This is, again, something that is a great counter meta tip. So we've all been facing since the AP update, where they made one step ahead, 6 AP per, we've been facing nothing but zone. In particular, we've been facing guys that are setting their zones to 25 and either 5 or 10 at their purple zone. So the way that this kind of works is we're going to show you guys that throwing screen passes actually works against this meta. So I'm going to go ahead and call Mike Blitz 3. We're going to set up the double Mabel as it's been come to be known in the community. And I'm going to tell you guys, just go into your play types. I want you to go to screen passes, and I want you to look for anything jailbreak, literally anything jailbreak. So what you're going to see here is that, for instance, the gun wing slot offset, I've called this particular play 40 times with an average pickup of over 6 yards per throw. So this is something that if I know my opponent is in Mabel, I will go to, you see right here, PA jailbreak out of another formation, has 69 calls at nearly 8 yards per play. You know, certain jailbreaks are going to be better for you than others. I get into a little bit more detail as to why certain ones work on the website. Here's another one, you know, the gun flex Y off. And you notice that all of these, for the most part, are in the 6+ yards per play average, which actually is basically telling you that this is big play potential. I'm either picking up, you know, 20+ yards, sometimes even a one play score, or, you know, I'm still picking up, you know, 2, 3, 4 yards, like an extended run call. So this is one of those calls that I use all the time to keep myself on schedule. I love jailbreak screens, so definitely go look for them. But I'm going to go ahead and get into one that I particularly like here, and that is going to be the gun wing flex weak. This is part of my spread ace offense, and I'm going to put my fastest player out wide on the jailbreak screen. Now, as I mentioned, most players, when they play this game, they like to set their blue zones to 30, and they like to have purple zones set to 5. And what this is going to do is, what we're going to try to do is hike, and then we're going to throw the ball right as the quarterback starts the fake handoff to the running back. So you're going to see now. And what ends up happening is you actually get really good blocking from your wide receivers. This is a great little tip here. You can run this to the short or the wide side of the field. This is another great tip. Obviously, the benefit of this going to the short side of the field is that it's a shorter throw, better yak potential, meaning yards after catch. And then the benefits to the wide side of the field are that if you can get them to really pack the box, you can get some isolation throws out wide. But you're going to see here how this works. You're really going to notice that the guys tend to block really well, and you're seeing that I'm going to pick up the average yards that I typically get, which are 6 yards, because double Mabel is such a popular thing. But here again, you see right here that if I throw this ball literally as soon as I possibly can, I actually get good block targeting from both my receiver and by my offensive tackle. This is something that is drastically different if you wait. So many players make the mistake in Madden of waiting to throw their screens. They try to wait for their players to execute the blocks. And if they do it that way, what ends up happening is guys tend to shed. Now, it also could work out well for you. You saw right there that actually one guy cut blocked very well and the other guy didn't execute his block. So what I prefer to do, just generally speaking, is I like to just get this ball out, and then I can either run inside or outside and pick up big yardage. So this is something that I will do, all the time, absolutely all the time. Now, the cool thing about some of these wing formations that I like to run is that a lot of players are worried about the run at the point of attack at the twin tight end side. So they'll actually compromise their defense by putting their nickel corner over there on, the run strength side rather than the pass strength side. This, makes this so much easier as well. I mean, you see right here how the targeting on this is really, really, really good. Now, if I go ahead and I go into just various, I'm going to go back to my play call menu here. I'm going to go into just play type again, screen passes, and you're going to look for jailbreak screens in general. So let me go ahead and let me see what I can find here. Here's another one, gun flex Y off. And again, you can throw these as well. Now this is against a defense, again, guys, that has a short zone and a deep zone on the sideline. So you're gonna see here just, again, this is something that it just works, man. It really does. So you're gonna see here, throw this ball to the outside. Notice how those blocks set up. I mean, the outside linebacker isn't able to get there in time. You can still run this to the wide side of the field if you wish as well. So if I were to run it, this way. So, again, we're mimicking the two-man rush that so many players like to run. 9 in coverage, 8 in coverage with a spy. And you just throw this ball to the outside. You see how those blocks set up. And I mean, you're out there in space. This ends up being a really, really nice play call for you. Now, again, this is what I do against the Mabel players. Now, if you're facing somebody that, just runs stock cover 3, this is also a viable play for you. So go back into this. I'm gonna set my zones to default again. And let's just call like a traditional, like regular cover 3. I get that every now and then too. So go back into your play type. And again, you're going to want to experiment around your playbook and find the ones that work best for you. The general rule of thumb, again, is hike and throw it. Hike and throw it. So, I mean, you see right there, I've got one that has 9 calls for less than 2 yards per play. That one hasn't worked out very well for me. But then you get into the one where I have like 69 play calls for, 8 yards per play average. That's really the one, right? So again, here, if I get this ball to the outside, pay attention to abilities too. That's something that's really, really important. If they have like a acrobat or a mid-zone knockout, you might want to be careful. Not necessarily the acrobat, but definitely the mid-zone knockouts. Those guys tend to like get over there ASAP. But again, here you see against like the stock cover 3 guys, like it's really, really good against those types. And there are a fair amount of players that just sit in cover 3 after what the dev team did to make it so these coverages are really, really hard to, I mean, you see how it looks. I mean, it's literally guaranteed yardage. Just hike and throw. With the ball being spotted right here on the 50-yard line, I'm able to throw this out against cover 3, just hike and throw. Now look at the convoy. You throw it right away, you get those linemen with forward momentum looking to headhunt. You see that ends up being like 8 yards. So again here, hike, throw, catch your block. Right there, I was expecting the right tackle to get out and block the corner. That's okay though. Again, hike, throw. Again, you're giving 8 yards every single time you do this. If they press, again, same drill, right? If they want to press, that's fine. You're gonna hike, throw, and yeah, sometimes it's a little bit less yardage. What's really key, and this is if you want to get really psychotic with it, if you want to put screen protector on this play, I have actually run this scheme with screen protector on my offensive lineman, in particular the tackle, because he's the one that really gets out there. And if you can get that screen protector animation on him, he actually just nasty streaks and he'll stay on his feet. He'll just blow up the corner and then he'll go on and try to blow up the safety. So that's something that I'll do all the time. But notice how many times I'm failing on these blocks when I throw the ball quickly. This is something that I'm theorizing is something that EA made intentional. They don't want you to snap the ball, hold on to it all day, wait for the blocks to set up, the block holds forever, and then you throw the ball out there and then you just run for 1,000 yards. But if you actually throw this ball in stride, it actually looks good. I mean, what's really cool about this is now I have an inside-outside option. I'm catching this ball quickly. I can go outside. Another thing I'll do is I turn these into tunnel screens. It depends on the situation, especially if they're like blitzing. You know, if I can get my opponents to, you know, be blitzing pretty aggressively, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll do something like this and then bang right up the seam. You see how that works as kind of like a tunnel screen, catching the ball and running inside as opposed to catching the ball and going down the sideline. So, you know, if you catch a lot of your opponents playing a little bit more of an aggressive style run defense, this is really where like you can make them cry. Just boom, back to the inside. If you catch any blocks from your linemen, again, another thing to kind of consider is athleticism of your linemen. If they have good speed, good acceleration, good agility, good impact block, that's really where you're going to end up noticing just how dynamite this tip can be, because they're really going to go head hunting downfield, and those safeties, those poor safeties at linebacker, they really don't stand a chance either on some of those impact block scenarios. Kind of a funny game, guys. I mean, this is something people haven't been throwing screens all year. Let me go ahead and like shade underneath into a hard flat just real quick to show you. Again, if you throw the ball like right away, there's no difference. I mean, in fact, it actually ended up being worse for the defense, because we got the block that we needed on that corner, and then the tackle had a free lane out there. So again, guys, this is money. Jailbreak screens, throw them right away. Throw them right away. It doesn't matter if they're blitzing you when you're jailbreak screens, because you could throw this ball so quickly. One of the things that so many players do on screens in Madden, and it drives me nuts, is they hold on to the ball. Get the ball out. Get the ball out, go downfield, make a guy miss. It could be a huge play for you. So that's today's video, guys. If you guys liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. Make sure you guys subscribe here to the YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll see you guys over on gridirongameplans.gg. Again, guys, $9.95 per month unlocks the entire site. This was a tip that they had last month. So if this is something that impresses you, you guys can get ahead of the curve. Go check it out, gridirongameplans.gg. Until next time, guys, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.